If you're going to go wide, always pre-order. Like that's just my thing.
Yes.
I
absolutely.
understand that sometimes people are like, well, I want that rank. Rank is everything on Amazon, and I can sit here and kind of argue that. I will tell you first, if you're going to go wide, pre-order on every single other venue. We'll talk about Amazon in a minute and the pros and cons, but make sure you're pre-ordering on every other single venue. You can pre-order on Apple, on Barnes & Noble, on Kobo, and if you need to change that date, you can change that date and not be penalized. Yes. You can do Apple a year in advance and change those dates, and you'll be completely okay. The reason being so, especially with Apple, is because it just helps you in the long run. The longer that pre-order is up on Apple, the better.
Well, and they want to work with you.
They want to work
with
you.
They're contacting us, and they're like, who do you got? Who can we, talk to next? With us, I am big on we do Apple first, because once you get that pre-order out and you're promoting it and tagging them on everything, they see that, they take notice of that, and then I reach out to them and set up an exclusive with them. So we give them exclusivity of your book. They're putting you on a feature. Your book is being seen, and then we go to the other platforms. But some people are like, I don't want to do an exclusive. It's okay. I want to put it up whenever. Like, what we do what is best that you want to do. Right. We always talk with our clients and give them options. I've been to many things where I've talked people out of KU because I'm like, you can go wide first and reach all the readers and then go to KU.
So that's what I was going to say. So Kennedy Fox, we do this with every release they have. We will release on Apple first, and then they switch over to KU. There's nothing wrong with that. So we have a release for 2 to 3 days first, we shut it off, and then we move to KU. Because even if it is a small amount, which theirs isn't small, but even if it is a small amount of sales, why would you want to lose that?
Right.
That's money in your pocket.
Yes.
So there's nothing wrong with you releasing wide and then moving to KU. Because I'll guarantee you, we've been doing that for a while, and they're getting promo with Apple. Apple knows they're going to move over to KU, but these last few releases with their new duet, they've been featured on Apple. But Apple knows they'll move over.
Right.
So it's still going to help you in the long run.
Right. Well, and you also need to teach your readers too. Like, I'm sure Danny and Kenny, they get together, and when they're promoting it, they're letting their readers know. Apple Books users can have my book from this window, and then we will be switching over to Amazon. Make sure you're using that language with your readers too and letting them know.
It does.
Right, it does.
And
they're like fiends. Never getting this book.
Well, and you can target your ads, going back to the first one, you can target your ads specifically to those readers.
Yes,
so, it's just a decision that you can totally make, and it's totally okay. It's not, and I will tell you, it's a whole different reader, again, if you're KU than those KU readers, because they're the buyer readers. You're not going to see a shift in those KU readers as opposed to the Apple readers. It's a whole different reader, completely different reader. So, that's a different option that you could possibly do, especially if you're thinking about, maybe a year, 2 years from now, I want to go wide. Okay, well then this is a good shift to possibly do it. If you're KU now, I would try it for a release. Try it for 2 releases. I will say, if you are also trying to make that shift, if you are in KU and you're like, I want to do it wide.
So many are so scared to go out of KU.
You're not going to see ultimate results on your first time out. You're just not. It's when you're building, and I always say Apple because let's be real. Apple, it's Apple and it's Amazon, and then you're looking at Barnes and Kobo and Smashwords and everything else. But Google Play and
yes,
it is going to take time to build all of that. But those are things that you'll definitely want to plan and come up with, kind of your marketing and how you want to approach that. So, again, so that's going back to, pre-orders. always pre-order with Apple if you're wide.
Yep.
Or even, like I said, even if you're going to do the short window and then do KU, still always pre-order.
Well, and reach out with them and just say, well, what else can you do for me? You know, they want to work with you. So just say, okay, I'm thinking of doing my pre-order with you first, and then I'm going to go to other platforms. Open up that communication with Apple Books because they want to work with you.
Amazon. So Amazon pre-orders. I'm a big Amazon pre-order person. I would say to do it. Unless you're KU. We're kind of hit or miss. Some people it's worked really well to do pre-orders, and some people are just like, no. Here's the reality of kind of how it looks right now. The way the algorithms are working is Amazon is highly favoring their Amazon imprints right now in the ranks. It's just you can go to Amazon and the top 100, and you can start clicking. And their imprints, a ton of them are in the top 100. And it's just the way it is. So if you have a pre-order base, if you've always had it or you want to test it, what's it going to hurt? I know that some of, those bonuses and things like that are affected upon different category ranks and things like that. But in page reads, and it helps your visibility, but it doesn't hurt for just one release to say, what have I pre-ordered? Even if it's a short 4-day, 5-day, 10-day pre-order, what's it going to hurt? Like, let me see what type of pre-orders I can get if I try it out.
And what kind of window are you giving them?
Yeah. We've tried it with a couple of people that I had, and they're like, I like this. I like to know that I have this. And the rank still wasn't that bad. So, there's those things to kind of hit with and play around with. Again, will the algorithms change? Probably. They change all the time.
All the time.
So, but right now, that's kind of what it's looking like. It's like 65, 70% are some type of imprint. The other one isn't. And then you have a small amount that's like the wide authors that are in there.
Well, I was going to say, too, a lot of people are always like, I don't want to do a pre-order. I'm scared to do a pre-order on Amazon. You also can do a quiet pre-order and not tell anybody, but some people have such dedicated fans and they're stalking your author page or Amazon. They're like, oh, it's a pre-order, and they tell everybody, and you're like, man, I want to keep that quiet. Because when you're working with promotional companies, it makes life so much easier for us to have those links and getting those out to the bloggers, because obviously we're getting them out 48 to 72 hours so the blogger can be prepared, have that ready, and trying to help you. So a lot of times I suggest a 3 to 5 day window to set up your pre-order. And then you also come to the thing where Amazon can do it in an hour, or you're 72 hours waiting for your pre-order to go live. I have had multiple clients, they're like, oh, it went fast last time, but this time it's not up. And you're like frantically freaking out a little bit. But it's like, you never know with that Amazon pre-order. But when you're working with promotional companies, we love to have those links. So I'm going to piggyback off of that and tell you guys a little bit about books to read, and then we'll go back to Amazon. How many of you are familiar with books to read? Oh, wow, not that many. Okay, so Books to Read is a free site that you can use to put your purchase or pre-order links. And for instance, when you have that Apple Books, and if you're doing exclusive, then we would just use your Apple Books link. But when you're adding Kobo and Barnes & Noble into the mix, when you're using Twitter or other platforms that you need just like one link, Books to Read, you upload it and you can put your links, and then you have that same link. It never changes. So you just go in and upload it. So I have clients who want to do live Amazon releases. So when I'm sending out that packet, I have the Books to Read. As soon as it's live, we can update it and we don't have to worry about that link. Now, with Books to Read, I use it as a promo, but when you're using it on your website, you guys need to be using your affiliate links and individual links. I would only use Books to Read for promo. Oh, bit.ly link.